Good evening, everyone. In today's video, we're looking at the next pattern to bring more winter storms. We're going to start off the video here with the latest European model. In my opinion, this is the best for the most long-range forecasts. So we're going to look at the European model, then we may look at the GFS model to look at the future of when we could see our next big storm. Our previous storm just exited the country this morning, and this is gonna be about 6 p.m. So right now it's 5 p.m. when I'm recording this. This is about when I'm gonna post it. So we have another low pressure system that's bringing some snow showers to Wisconsin and Michigan. Really not that much going on throughout today. That last storm just bringing a bunch of snowfall to the Midwest once again, and some tornadoes, a couple of tornadoes to the south, but thankfully not quite a tornado outbreak. So let's move forward here throughout this weekend. We have a few low pressure systems bringing some snow to the north. Not much going on yet, but let's move forward here, and we get another low pressure system forming in the Rocky Mountains, and this is just going to be right after the weekend, so Monday at around lunchtime hours. We're seeing a swath of snowfall in the north there, northern and west. But let's move forward here. As you can see, this is going to be overnight of Monday into Tuesday. As you can see, we're seeing some rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms in there across the Ohio Valley. We're seeing a big area of snowfall in the northern Midwest, and possibly some ice there in northern Illinois, extreme eastern Iowa, and southern Wisconsin, as well as central Michigan could see a little bit of ice from that as well. Let's move forward, though. Possibly some more thunderstorms, and even severe thunderstorms is going to be a possibility for early next week in the south. Not as severe, it's looking at like as yesterday's severe storms, but definitely looks like there's a possibility for a few severe thunderstorms in there for early next week. And as you can see, bringing a bunch of rainfall to the northeast, and still some thunderstorms over there in the south. Let's move forward here overnight of Tuesday into Wednesday. Still a little bit of thunderstorms lingering across the south, not bringing much snowfall over there to New England once again, and pretty much exiting the country by then. But we start off again next week again. This is going to be a Wednesday at around the lunchtime hours. Right after that storm exited, we get another potential ice storm across Texas and Oklahoma with some snow above that, and this is only going to be about 132 hours out, so this is not that far out. We're just under a week still from this happening. We get a small ice storm there targeting portions of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, and Missouri, as well as southern Illinois there. You get one round of ice, and then you get another round on Thursday. So it's Thursday at 12 p.m. Springfield, Missouri, you're in the path of that. Oklahoma City could also see some of that ice as well. We're seeing another light snow swath across the Midwest, and yet more ice there for portions of central Missouri, central Illinois, central Indiana. Again, this is just a week out here, so this is definitely still a possibility of happening. But we get another ice storm there for portions of the Ohio Valley and Midwest. And again, that snow on the backside across the Midwest, you're getting that again with this same storm. As you can see, possibly a major ice storm across New England. Again, just a week out here, and just moving into New England around 12 p.m. of Friday, with some possibility of a heavy snowfall there across New England. So that's yet another more big storms coming with this pattern, and it's definitely not going to stop anytime soon. We're in the mid of February now, and these snowstorms are just not taking a break here. We did have a quiet early February, but looks like now, between now and the end of February, it is not going to let the snowstorms and winter storms are not going to take a break here. We're going to take a quick look at the GFS model. Again, this is, like I said, the European model has, I think, the best opinions on long range, but GFS also has some good opinions on long range as well. So let's move forward here, and we get those same low pressure systems. We get the same system there moving throughout the Midwest. Looks pretty much the same as the European model, but again, this is only around 100 hours out. So GFS is usually more accurate when it's more close range rather than a long range. But again, has the same mode of storm across the Midwest and the East Coast there. But let's go ahead and see what's the opinion on the second storm here. It's definitely a little bit different here. As you can see, we get the same mode at first. This is going to be on Thursday at 6 p.m. But we're moving forward even more, and there's not really much going on over here in the central south US. So it looks to be much more of a southern track with the GFS model. As you can see, it doesn't impact much of the Midwest at all. It mainly just stays south, and it brings maybe some snowfall to the Midwest, but again, not really much there. Mostly the South, the Mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley, and the New England areas. You may see a lot of snowfall from that. According to the GFS model, like I said, the GFS model, this is going to be mid-range to possibly long-range, but it's only a week out, so this is definitely going to change a little bit with the secondary storm, but this other storm for early week is definitely going to be a lot more likely in model accuracy-wise. Here's snowfall still to come throughout this weekend. As you can see, this is going to be 6 a.m. of Monday, so as you can see, snowfall still to come throughout this weekend. We get a little bit of snowfall in the northeast, mainly a dusting, maybe 2 inches of snowfall. Over there, mainly in the northern U.S.'s, you're going to see either a dusting or you're going to see 2 inches of snowfall. But once you get over here in the Rocky Mountains, of course, those higher elevations are going to see well over a foot of snowfall there, and especially over here near Washington, Oregon, also a foot of snowfall for those mountains. So really not that much for this weekend, but let's move forward into early week here when that first storm goes through. Possibly another 5 inches in spots in these more wider swaths of snowfall, but mainly upwards of another additional 3 inches of snowfall. But you get a lot of snowfall up there, and that's mainly because of that ice that impact portion that does look to be impacting portions of Wisconsin. Well, let's go back a little bit. As you can see, this is that first storm that goes through, brings like 3 to 4 inches of snowfall. And then we get a secondary snowstorm, which brings mainly for snow for that northeast, but a lot of ice for these areas. But again, a foot of snowfall from the northeast for that secondary snowstorm is looking likely, but it is definitely going to change, and those snowfall amounts could either go up or they could go down. It really depends on the path and kind of the speed of the storm really impacts those snowfall amounts. So stay tuned for more updates on both of these storms. That secondary storm is going to be looking more big and much more major than this first storm that's again going to be going through the Midwest. But definitely stay tuned for updates. It's still a week out, so we're not going to have many updates for the next few days. But stay tuned for next week. I'll have daily uploads updating you guys on the latest model runs. Subscribe to this channel, you won't miss a single update on on any weather event. And also make sure to share this video with any friends or family that may want the latest updates on anything major weather-wise. But as always, stay safe.